Karnataka government that's led by Congress has withdrawn consent to CBI probes in the state. The Karnataka government has said that CBI is biased and this is not a fallout of the MUDA case. That is what Karnataka government has said. But clearly this is happening just a day after the High Court gave permission for investigation into the MUDA case and brought Siddaramaiah under scrutiny. Now this move is happening even as CM Siddaramaiah faces scrutiny. Karnataka has joined several opposition states in banning the CBI probe. In fact, last year Tamil Nadu became the 10th opposition state to ban CBI probes into the state. This has become a political war between the state and centre, but Karnataka government's move is particularly interesting given that there is a lot of noise around the MUDA scam allegations. I have my colleague Pratibha Raman who has been tracking this case. Pratibha, Karnataka becomes the 11th state, and there are 10 states that have actually banned CBI probes in the state. But clearly all of this coming even as the CM faces MUDA heat was not unexpected. Tell us what are you hearing as to why the government did this even just a day after the High Court, the Karnataka High Court actually gave the green signal for investigation into the case.
Well, the green signal was given for the Lokayukta to conduct the probe and submit a report within 3 months. And the BJP has been upping its ante, has been demanding a CBI probe, talking about how the Lokayukta can come under the state's influence, casting aspersions on the kind of investigation that can perhaps take place or not. But in the meantime, there were a series of meetings that were held yesterday. The emergency meetings, one talking about the kind of legal recourse that Chief Minister Siddaramaiah can take. Either he would be heading to the division bench at the Karnataka High Court or approach the top court directly. These are the two options that are being discussed in the most detailed manner. But in the meantime, when you talk about the CBI, won't that come under the centre's influence is also a question that was raised by A.S. Ponnanna, the legal advisor to the CM, when we spoke to him this morning. But the cabinet meeting that took place for at least about 4 hours, the briefing that took place did suggest two important decisions. One is that the communication between the governor and the government will be made public only after the cabinet takes a decision on that. And number two is what you already mentioned, the ban on CBI probe in the state with respect to any kind of investigation. And the justification provided was that they haven't really been conducting a proper probe when it comes to the investigation into several of the cases. Some of the cases where charge sheets were not filed and it was conducted in the most improper fashion possible. And they have vehemently denied the CBI probe and also distanced this decision from the MUDA scam as well. Talking more about it is D.K. Shivkumar, the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka. When we did ask him this question, please listen into what he had to say. With respect to withdrawing the open consent to the CBI with respect to the investigation here, what are your thoughts, sir? Is this because of MUDA scam?
It is not a MUDA scam. It is a general decision where we could see that a lot of misuse of power is going on. So all opposition parties have taken a call in the various states. That is why we have decided. Earlier also there were some particular cases. Now in general, the government has withdrawn it. It was been discussed. Any particular cases, definitely we will seek the assistance of CBI. Our state police are very competent. They can handle well.
So in case Mr. Siddaramaiah Krishna, who's already approached the court, talks about the Lokayukta probe and it gets given to the CBI, then what will be the Karnataka government's reaction?
I don't think any court will interfere with such type of issues because they know that still the opportunity has not to be, it can't be looked at a political angle. It has to be looked at where law remains. I think all court will definitely, they will just look at it in a legal angle.
Nagaraj Yadav from the Congress Party joins us. He's the spokesperson of the Congress Party. Mr. Yadav, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. Tell us why did your government take this decision? Because, just when the Lokayukta got the green signal, the approval, the court also made some very serious observations. This might be seen as, in some ways a cop-out. It would have been better if the Chief Minister had faced the investigation, because this decision means that the CBI won't be able to register any case, carry out any raids, or even probe the people who could be likely accused in the state.
No, you should understand now it is a very real fact that the High Court and People Representative Court have given some orders of investigation against the CM, and definitely CM has agreed to our investigation. He said he'll cooperate for the investigation as such. That this is the withdrawal of this permission for the CBI to probe charges in the state of Karnataka is a different story altogether, because we have seen number of cases. It's a very vindictive nature. Government of India misusing the constitutional authorities to suppress the opposition parties in the country. We have seen almost all the raids of ED, IT, and CBI is definitely done. More than 95% of the raids that happened against the opposition leaders as such. Having said this, that we want a fair and constitutional based investigations in any cases which are being faced. So we don't have any trust in Government of India that they are looks like they are biased people, and we have to be running a state government as such, and the governor's house also is, most probably whole people Karnataka are talking about it. Governor's house also has been misused for political needs. Having said this, the Government of India is going all out against the governments which are of opposition governments. So it is a move. What we have done is to safeguard the constitutional interest, and we have complete trust in the police of Karnataka, and they are the model police of the country. And we have no disrespect for Lokayukta as such. We have not done anything that taking action against Lokayukta to be reformed or anything. We have not done that as this case. The CBI case and this MUDA case is nowhere interconnected at all.
Okay, Dr. Sudha Halkai from the BJP joins us. Ma'am, you heard what the Congress spokesperson had to say, and also if the Supreme Court or the High Court orders the CBI to investigate the matter, the state's consent will not be required, and this also doesn't stop the other investigating agencies to probe matters related to MUDA in the case. How do you see today's decision of the Karnataka government removing consent to CBI to probe cases in the state?
Good evening, Vasudha. What the Congress spokesperson is saying, that they are trying to protect the constitutional rights over here. No, they are trying to protect Mr. Siddaramaiah from getting arrested and being caught in this criminal case. We should very well understand that the judgment has been given for the investigation against the Chief Minister under 156(3) CRTC. So the CBI has the complete authority to take over the case. In 2005, they had granted permission for the CBI to take over the criminal cases, but now they want to withdraw it. It is very clear cut that they want to destabilize and sabotage the investigation agencies. And this is not for the first time, Vasudha, they are doing it. Earlier, when Mr. Siddaramaiah was the Chief Minister in the last government also, 106 cases were planted against them by the Lokayukta, and 64 cases were clearly on Mr. Siddaramaiah. In that case, they completely nailed the Lokayukta and they gave birth to ACB, that is the Anti-Corruption Bureau. By doing so, they try to, they have completely closed all the cases against the Congress leaders, and especially Mr. Siddaramaiah. What Mr. Siddaramaiah projects always that he doesn't have a black spot in his political career. No, that is not true. He has tried to manage the investigation agencies. In case if he is unable to manage the investigation agencies, he is tried to completely sabotage them and completely close them off. He has completely, he has abolished them. And now what he says, he don't have a black spot on him. It is like, searching a black color in a crow. Mr. Siddaramaiah is completely under corruption since day one, and he is trying to manage it. That is, he is one, we call it ring master. No, he is like that, manage master of all the cases against him. This is the case. And
Mr. Yadav, let me take that question to you, sir. Don't you think that even politically, optically, it would have been better for the Chief Minister to not, to not let this decision come at a time like this, because it won't be possible to limit all central agencies, because if the court orders a CBI or Lokayukta to investigate the matter, then the state's consent will not be required.
No, that matter is it's a completely different matter. Of course, the court has got right to order, or the government has got right to opt for an investigating agency. That's a different matter altogether. As Dr. Sudha, the BJP spokesperson, with due respect to Madam, I would like to tell you only one part. When they are saying that Siddaramaiah had so many cases against him, most of the cases were given to ACB and he got it closed. She says that, which is utterly wrong. Let me complete, ma'am.
Let him finish. After that, you can speak.
Let me complete it, ma'am. All our allegation is baseless because they were in the rule after our government is over, after the coalition government term is over. These people have come to power more than almost 3.5 years of time. Yediyurappa and Bommai has ruled the state of Karnataka. Why they have not reopened the cases as such? Who had stopped them there? For political needs, they cannot make a statement as if they were not in power. They were in power and they have exhaustively used the power and they did no justice, is it? If they kept a blind eye out to it, even about the Supreme Court judgment and redo of Arkavati matter also has been debated by BJP number of times. I'm asking you what had stopped them to place the Kempanna report in the floor of the House. Why have they not done it? When they are the people who said that ACP was formed and Lokayukta was police power was removed, that's what accusation they tell us. What did they promise in 2018 election? They said when they come to power,
Dr. Sudha,
within
there is
24
an
hours they
important
wanted
point that Mr. Yadav made
reopen
in the earlier chat when he clearly said that,
Did they do it? They are the people who are the biggest players in the state of Karnataka.
The agencies have a precedent, and they've also been reprimanded by courts when the courts have come down heavily on investigating agencies, saying that bail should be the norm and jail should be the exception. Do you think that this is also something that is giving a strong backing to several opposition states actually disapproving of consent to CBI for investigation in their own states?
See, one thing is very clear, that immediately they're taking off the CBI consent from the CBI, because it's showing that, they are going to be proved guilty and they are going to come into the track of the criminal list.
For your information, Lokayukta is going to come out in the fact. Primary investigations have not been done.
Mr. Yadav, let her finish.
Offenses
Let
have
Dr.
not been
Sudha
established
speak.
still. Do not tell lies. You are in power.
Dr. Sudha, please go on.
Why did the Congress government abolish the Lokayukta? You didn't answer me earlier also. My question is,
Mr. Yadav, please let us speak.
Lokayukta was performing its duty to the core. Why did you abolish the Lokayukta? First and foremost, till date you have not given the explanation for that. And you have not given the explanation for that till date.
Why didn't you bring it immediately?
Why did the High Court of Karnataka? No, that is not the answer for my question, sir. That is not the answer for my question. That is not the answer for my question. Questioning to a question is not the answer for a question. Second thing is,
you have said that within 24 hours of time you're bringing Lokayukta.
Okay, Mr. Yadav, please let her have a time. Mr. Yadav, please let her speak.
That's the reason people have rejected you from the state of Karnataka.
Okay, Mr. Yadav, please let her speak. Dr. Sudha.
No, she cannot talk lies on a
No, I let you
like
speak,
NDTV.
Mr. Yadav, I let you speak for a whole minute.
No,
Let
I will
Dr.
not
Sudha
accept
finish.
any nonsense and lies that spoken on a national
Okay,
channel like this.
Dr. Sudha, please finish.
My question is, till date they have not answered why they have closed Lokayukta. First, they need to give the answer for that. Second thing is, they are asking that in our manifesto we have told that very next day we are going to come up with the Lokayukta. Because the Lokayukta case was in the court, when the proceedings are going on, we don't have any rights to give the permission. That has to go through the court only. That is with due respect to the court, and that is what my party obeys. Unlike Congress, who puts the blame on the governor, who puts the blame on the judgment to the judge, and they have the question. The blame game is there for everybody who all wants to question them. There is no respect for the constitution over here, and absolutely in Karnataka, the law and order has collapsed because of this. Earlier also it has collapsed in the Siddaramaiah government. This time also it has collapsed in the Siddaramaiah government. They need to answer to the people of Karnataka. Why are they giving
completely out of time? Thank you, Dr. Sudha. Thank you, Mr. Yadav, for joining us on this broadcast. Important story there. Karnataka has withdrawn its consent to CBI to probe cases. This is in the midst of all the MUDA controversies and the Chief Minister himself coming under scrutiny. Moving on to other related stories, there is another blow to the Karnataka Chief Minister after the Karnataka High Court order in the MUDA case allowing for a probe against Siddaramaiah. Now, a special court for special representatives has ordered the state Lokayukta to register a case and initiate a probe. A defiant Siddaramaiah, however, has said that he is not afraid and he is ready to face any probe, but he will not resign, even as the BJP has said that they will continue to protest till the time the Chief Minister resigns. The Prime Minister, meanwhile, has hit out saying that there is no party more dishonest than the Congress in the entire nation, and He has also said, the Congress meanwhile has said that, has pointed out to allegations against H.D. Kumaraswamy and has asked questions if he resigned. And it has also basically called all of this a political conspiracy.
ನಾನು ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ. ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿಗೆ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ಲಿ, ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿಗೆ ರಾಜೀನಾಮೆ ಕೊಡಿಸ್ಲಿ. ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರ ಮಂತ್ರಿಮಂಡಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು? ಯಾರ ಮಂತ್ರಿಮಂಡಲದಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಾವ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದ್ರಿ? ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಕುಮಾರಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಯಾವ ಮಂತ್ರಿಮಂಡಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದು?